What up, Dope Pride Nation? Welcome back to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions. Man, I got to tell you, yesterday's show was so much fun that I went back and watched it and just truly enjoyed the conversation. So shout out to Randall for coming through and being willing to have the conversation. Also, I got a few announcements, just a few. First things first. We can stop all the speculation tomorrow. It will be over then. And then we can start the new speculation on everything else. So make no mistake about it. We're definitely going to be doing some draft stuff. And so I want to make sure that we are clear on the draft stuff. We will be on Real Detroit Lions Fans tomorrow live at 7:30. 7:30 tomorrow to talk about the draft. The draft don't start until 8, but you can hop in there 30 minutes before then to come and enjoy, take part, and us just talking some good old football, Lion speculations, and a few other things. Just off rip, man, you know. So make sure you come and jump in there and hop in there with us. Now, let me get on up in this building because we got people in the building. I want to make sure I show some love. Let's see who's showing up with us today. We got BD Buster, Angelo, CJ. We got Dre Barnes in the building, Blue Jay Sarge, Sweatbread. We got Michael Lucci. I hope I said that right. Any Randalls here today? Randall got his view. We all have our view. Joey 2 times, One Pride 40, Looney Tunes. We got, let me keep on going down here. Steve-O in the building. We got, I'm Not the Hacker. Motown Football. We got Dr. Pepperoni. We got Lions Lee. John Kapler, Greg Peoples, Tim Matheson. We got what's that? Barely Bones. We got One Funky Lion Fan. Game Day Express. He says, "Yo, what up, though?" We got Adrian Saunders in the building. Delusional Lions Fan. We got Frog Crop. We get. Make sure I ain't put Benjamin Foe. I don't think I missed nobody. If I did, I'm sorry. Oh. We got the software. This my man, right? He come in here and he always just enjoy it. Southwest Lion all day. Appreciate you. Let me see who else. We got Lion King in the building. Cap Ice Cold. Listen, what's on the table for today? I have to go over these damn trades that I saw on Good Morning America, Good Morning Football. That I just thought like, yo, like. If it's one of them that just really caught my attention, like 100% caught my attention. We got Bad Teddy in the building, Omar Pachio. I hope I said that right. Probably didn't, but I'm sorry. Y'all know I suck with names. All right. So we got to talk about this damn draft, this damn mock thing. We got to talk about that for a little bit. We're going to talk about how to enjoy the draft. We're going to also talk about what this draft would have looked like if we would have kept Stafford. We're going to talk about some other weird stuff, and then it's also going to be open up to you guys today, so I'm going to be taking a whole lot more questions today and try to knock out a lot in a short period of time. Now, people, bear with me. There's 2 things that I've noticed about yesterday's video, that there's a misunderstanding on what was said or what was going on when it came to Dan Orlovsky. And it seems like most fans just don't like him. Now, if you're looking at this screen and you're seeing this, you're probably wondering, why is Real Detroit Lions fan page up there? Because we're going to be live tomorrow, 7:30, first round of the draft over there, and we will announce where we'll be at for rounds 2 and 3 and so forth and so on. But this damn trade, people. This trade right here. Good Morning Football said that this would be the trade of trades for the Lions. The Lions would then give the 7th overall pick to the Patriots. The Patriots would send their pick 15th overall. They would send us a 2nd this year, a 4th this year, and a 2nd in next year's draft. And I saw that and said, if that is offered, the Lions, without hesitation, should run to the podium and take it. They should. The other one they offered up was this one. I hate this one for a number of reasons. One, we moving to 20th. Cool. We get a first in next year's draft, which then give us 3 firsts. Cool. And then Akeem Hicks. I'm not with this. I'm not trying to help this damn division do nothing. You hear me? Nothing. You're gonna have to give me the farm. I want the farm. I want the wife. You're gonna have to give me way more than this for me to trade you within a division. Unless it's just 100% sure that what I'm giving you is hot garbage. If I'm not, I wouldn't take this deal. I just wouldn't. This deal right here to me says more about where we should be versus anything else. If this deal was even offered, we should puke in our throats and hold on to it in protest. This is not how this is supposed to work. I wouldn't touch this deal. Then came this one. And I seen, so we go from 7 to 19 and get a first in next year's draft. And that's it. What's the point? Like, what's the point? what would be the point of taking any deal like this? We're going to move down from 7 to freaking 19 to get an extra pick in next year's draft. So what? Why do that? Why do that when it's already clear to me that the best deal would be the one where you move down to 15, pick up an extra second and an extra fourth in this year, because we only got 6 picks. So now we'll have 8 picks. And out of those 8 picks, we still got 3 of them in the top 50. Okay, I can live with that. Plus, I get a second in next year's draft. So to me, this kind of stuff is what I would look at. Now, Austin says, why would you help the Patriots become champions while we're stuck with golf? What's that got to do with anything? I don't understand what it got to do with anything. The Patriots are in the AFC. And last that I checked, the Lions are in the NFC. What does golf got to do with any of that? It don't make sense. Golf has nothing to do with this. This trade makes more sense because it gives you more draft capital this year. Shout out to D-Map Zoom in the building. You ain't late. You right on time. Steve-O says, I would want the Patriots to add a first next year. I'm good with this. I move to 15. I probably still give me a tackle. If I don't get a tackle, I could take whatever receiver. All you fans of Devonte Smith and Waddles, we'll be able to get that receiver at 15th if you just have it. You take your tackle in a second if you must have it that way. But the goal is you're going to still walk away with more picks in this draft to help you get your team together. And that's where it should be. You should do those types of things. Don says, I would take the Chicago Bears trade. Nah, I'm good. I would like to hear why you would, but I'm good. I just couldn't take it. Because for me to take the Chicago Bears trade, I'm going to take on that guy's contract in the first and then move all the way down to 20 when the team was bad enough to be picking 7th overall. So the team, I'm trying to win the division. We don't need another D tackle. And I'm going to trade with the Bears for what? So if y'all not sure what he's talking about this. We go from 7 to 20, 13 spots. We get a first in next year's draft and Akeem Hicks, and we don't even need a D tackle. I'm good. Austin says we do need more D tackles. Our D line sucks. Okay. I disagree. I disagree 100%. To me, we do not need another D tackle. We should not be drafting a D tackle in this draft. We just shouldn't. We have a D line. Let me give me a second. Give me a second. I'm always willing to explore the possibility, but give me a second. I'm gonna go and look. We can look at what they have at D tackle on roster. I think you will be hard pressed to see that. Yeah, we don't need these things. We just don't. I wish I could lie and say we do, but we just don't. And to me, it's evident. It's very evident. So we'll look at it. But if you think we still need a D tackle, okay. Let me make this big. I don't mind indulging people. People, they have different views and different opinions, and I don't mind indulging them. I don't. Here we go. Let's talk about it. Y'all show me why we need another D tackle. I'm pretty much open to whatever y'all want to talk about today. I got things on the docket, but whatever y'all want to talk about, I'm willing to go through. Why would we need another D tackle when you're going to have Romeo Core playing D in one spot, Trey Flowers playing D on another? You got Michael Brockers. I guarantee you John Pennicini is going to be up here. Nick Williams is going to be cut or moved on. You still got Deshaun Hand. You still got Jason or Cornell, who you haven't even had a chance to try out yet. You still got Kevin Strong. You got people. Right now, if you just counted D tackle in general, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm gonna do something crazy. 8, because Trey Flowers can play that. And now you can take Julian Ocore and move him on up to the easy side. We don't need D tackle. We just don't. So that's just not true. So to me, D tackle is not a question at all. So if I'm taking this trade, I really don't benefit in no way, because the one thing we cannot do is allow for the Bears to get something that we're gonna have to see. Let's just hypothetically say Trey Lance is sitting there and Trey Lance ends up being the next Deshaun Watson, right? Like, let's just say that's the case. Why would you want that in your division? I'll trade with the AFC because I don't care. It's the AFC. Now, Down 19 says, Luke, come on now. The D-line group is pretty bad. Why? What makes them bad? Like, tell me. What makes them bad? Don't make sense to me. If you guys think this trade, so you telling me out of these are your 3 options. You get a phone call from the Patriots who are saying that we're going to give you pick 15th overall, a second in this year's draft at 46. I mean, we already picked 41. Okay. We're going to give you a 4th in this year's draft and a second in next year's draft. And then you get a phone call from the Bears, and the Bears say, well, forget what they're talking about. We're going to give you our first at 20. A first in next year's draft, and we're going to give you Hakeem Hicks. Or you get this phone call from Washington who say, we're giving you pick 19 and our first round pick. Which one of them calls you taking? Which one of them pictures? If you got these 3 phone calls, which one of these trades are you taking? That's all I need to know, Don. Which one of them trades you taking? I just don't see the logic in taking the trade I don't see the logic in taking the trade with the Bears. Luke, let's ask you, is Chicago going to be good next season? I don't know what next season is going to hold. I've seen teams go from worst to first before. I don't know what the team going to hold. What I know is we don't need no damn D tackle. So Don said, if all 3 of those he taking to Chicago, at least he's consistent. I ain't mad at you. I wouldn't. You in the chat, tell me. These are your 3 options. Option number 1 from the New England Patriots. You get the 15th overall pick. You get the second pick at 46 in this year's draft, a 4th in this year's draft, and a second in next year. All right? Or you get this trade right here, where you get the 20th pick in this year's draft. You go from 7 to 20. You get a first in next year's draft and a D tackle. Like, which one are you taking? Or this one right here, where you basically just move from 7 to 19 and take a first round pick next year. Which one are you taking? Right now, we got 6 picks. To me, the New England Patriots deal now not only keeps me at my 6, but I get 2 extra picks right now in this year, giving me a total of 8 picks. I get an extra second. So now I'm going to have 2 firsts 2 seconds. I mean, it just makes more sense. And it's with an opponent that's not in my division or conference. Steve-O says, I will stay at 7 and take fields if you're there. Okay. I'm not shooting down nothing y'all saying today. I'm going to definitely tell you how I feel, but I'm not going to shoot it down. Not touching it. If we get that 15th overall pick from New England, in what scenario would you trade back for a second time in the first? If so, would you draft out of the first round this year? I would do another trade back probably to the Rams. So if we end up with not the Rams, I'm talking about the Saints. So if you're telling me we move back from 15 to the Saints and we pick up more picks, I'll take that. I'll take that 100%. Hungry Panda. Let me go to. I gotta put this on the screen. I'm reading as I'm going, y'all. But Hungry Panda says, let me get on up in here. He says, so Bears open up $12 million and get a 7th pick. Get Lance or Field. Get rid of Foles. Now they have enough money for Julio. That first they gave us going to be around pick 30. I just wouldn't do it. I don't want to help them in no form or fashion. I just would not do it. I'm not going to knock nobody else who would do it, but it is what it is. Carl Campbell says, what up, though, Pride family? What up, though? Brandon Anderson says, New England, although I will ask for a first instead of a second just because they sent us Quin and Patricia. I mean, that's fair, but technically we took them. We took those guys because that was supposed to, and that's the one the NFL told us we should go after. Now, Southwest Lion says, give me the pass. We don't need a D tackle. No interest in helping the Bears. It's just none. I have zero interest in helping the Bears do anything. In anything. How was us adding Akeem Hicks going to change our defense for real? It's not. It's not. You might as well, and then are you going to, because you got to think, how far is the Bears away? The Bears is picking what now? Let me go back and look at this. I want to be sure that I'm not going crazy. Where are the Bears picking again? 20th. In a season where they was playing musical chairs with the quarterback, they picked 20th. I'm not helping the Bears at all. They can kick rocks. I don't give a listen. They're gonna have to listen. If they came and said pick 20th, pick 20, the first round pick in 2022, a first round pick in 2023, Hakeem Hicks in the second. All right, cool. Those 2 first. Yeah, I'll take that. It just don't make sense to make that deal. Now, if I'm going through and I'm looking at this deal, I get more value right now. Dark Twerk says, I wouldn't trade if Sue is there, though. Trade down with Baltimore at 27. That's wow. What the hell are we getting for them to move up 20 spots? Let me see. What else we got? We got to go trenches and O-line. Listen, Carl, I've been trying to preach the truth. Dan Orlovsky preached the truth. He got chewed out because he Dan Orlovsky. Maybe if Peyton Manning said it, then it'll make sense. You know. Yes, trade back, stock up picks. I'm taking the New England deal. Jenkins at 15. Then I'm getting a linebacker and a safety in the second. And I'm double dipping that wide receiver in the third. One funky Lion fan. Talk to him. It just makes more sense to take that deal. It just do. You know, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint. You get a phone call, you get 3 offers and nothing else. 3 offers. I'm just doing it. It says all I know is that Good Morning Football is on that hate juice now too. Straight had us doing a same old Lions crap. Oh, wait till we get to the other stuff. It says, Luke, you ain't got to knock them for doing it. I will, because Chicago trade is the worst. Appreciate it. I'm just not gonna knock them because we one day away from the trade, and I'm just looking at it, saying to myself, if y'all believe what y'all believe about them quarterbacks, that team is not as far as you think they are, you know, from being where they are. They just need to act. They got the running back. I think Montgomery is a dog. I really do. But I also understand that, we got to be better. We got to be better at understanding what we're doing. That Bear team went 8-8 because of quarterback musical cheers. Quarterback musical cheers. And you're going to give them the 7th pick to come out with a D tackle we don't need. Why? If there's a chance to draft a quarterback we pass, he turns into a franchise quarterback, it will hunt us. Fair enough. But the way I look at it is Deshaun Watson just had an MVP season, and that team went 4-12. What are we talking about? I dare somebody to tell me that Deshaun Watson didn't just have a dope-ass season, and it was for naught. What draft scenario will screw the Lions at 7 pick? Out of these 3, Bad Teddy, if you're talking about out of these 3, the Bears one. The Bears one is the worst, in my opinion, because the Bears pick does not help you. It just helps the Bears. We don't get nothing for this. Yeah, you get that extra pick next year. This team went 8-8. If they mess around and go 11-5, what is that first round pick really worth? You're going to have to probably use that first round pick with those other 2 first round picks to move up if you want any damn thing of value. It just don't make sense. Oh, he didn't mean so. Okay. Well, if you mean something different, then the way I would look at it is the worst case scenario for me, that would set the Lions back taking a quarterback. I don't care who the quarterback is. It would set you back for a number of reasons. The first reason it sets you back is because you have to understand that this team has holes. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let me get on over here. Why the hell is Mike Ford up? All right. Let me get on over here. Look at your defense, right? To me, the defensive line straight. This right here I'm good with. Nick Williams won't be ahead of Deshaun or John Pennicini, in my opinion, but I'm okay with the D-line. Now, linebackers, we got to talk about. Because at this point, we talking about Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Like, bruh, look at this. Jelani Tavai and Jamie Collins. And then I like Anthony Pittman. This guy, let's pray to God he stay healthy. Your cornerbacks, which I don't know how in the hell Quentin Dunbar take the starting role over Armani, but okay. And Jeff Okudah. But the safeties, we need help at safety and we need help at linebackers. And Luke, don't do my 4 like that. I wasn't trying to, I'm just saying, Luke, your team is always better off if they have their quarterback. That's fine. And the Lions need to concern themselves with building the team, not building the team for a quarterback. That's why I was surprised at how many people were confused at the fact that Dan Orlowski was, saying that we don't need to make this mistake again. And I'm like, if people listen to what he said early. All the linemen we took were not early. 17 on out. That's not an early pick. That's mid to late. So, Lions cut Hunter Bryant. Oh, shit. I figured he would be one of the people cut. I did a video with him as one of my cut people, but I don't know if that's true or not. But if they did, shit. Luke, what do you have against having a quarterback of the future? Nothing. My attitude is if you look at this team and you're trying to win this year and you're trying to set standards and cultures and different things like that, the quarterback can't help you do that because he's not going to play. He's just not. He's going to sit. He does not change your situation at all. How many more wins do you get drafting a quarterback this year at 7? How many? So if the answer is, if you're telling me that we get more, then we can talk about it. Well, Hunter Bryant out of here. Looks like everybody confirmed it for me. Appreciate it. I'm not shocked. It doesn't mean that it's over for him. They can still bring him back as a practice squad guy, or he can go and latch on to somebody else. But it is what it is. Let me look at some of these questions. I'm trying to hit y'all questions that y'all go through them. Like I said, this is about y'all today because tomorrow is going to be at the draft. And at that point, ain't no more speculation. It's just talk. The only quarterback that might make it is Lawrence. The rest, probably not. Taking an O-line at 7 is building around Goff. So your analysis don't make sense. We need quarterback, bro. That's according to Lion King. Let me put that on the screen. Okay. Let me put that on the screen. I don't want nobody to say I'm not giving them they flowers. Where you at, Lions fan? Lion King, where you at, bro? Right here. This statement is just not true. If you're taking an offensive tackle, that is not building around Goff. That's not. That is not building around Goff. You taking an offensive lineman is you building your offensive lineman. That would be the equivalent of somebody saying that we took Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley to build around a linebacker. No, we didn't. That's not what we did. What we did was we literally took the opportunity to complete the D line. And they did. And we had great success under that D line. What we have not done, and y'all can go and look it up for yourselves if y'all don't believe me. Every time we have picked in the top 10, every time from 1986 all the way until now, we have never taken an offensive lineman. Never. The last offensive lineman we took in the top 10 was Lomas Brown, 6th overall, 1985. We have always taken the receiver. We have always taken the defensive back. We've taken multiple quarterbacks. We've never took the line. And so my analysis it makes a whole lot of sense because it's not me building for Goff. It's me building for the run game. It's me building for whoever's the quarterback. You went out and added a guy in Jamal Williams. You got Kerryon. You got DeAndre Swift. And I've shown you in real time on film the offensive line and their blocking ability from that right side. So no, this right here is not me saying we're building for Goff. It's me saying we need to build for a team. If you go back and you look at the Dallas Cowboys, and this was brought up by Randall, and I showed him, I said, look how many linemen they took before they even got to the point of taking a quarterback. And then they got the quarterback, he got his ass handed to him. And then guess what? They took more linemen and they took Emmitt Smith because they wanted to run the ball. It was a mindset. So no, building for Goff is taking the receiver in a class where you can get receiver later, which ironically takes me to another one of my topics I wanted to talk about. Right? Ironically, it did. Like this shit right here, because this don't make sense. I know what this stuff is, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second. I want to be honest and fair. I don't want nobody to go nuts on me. Look at the division. You don't think the Bears will have the worst record in the NFC North? Between us and the Bears, it can go either way. It's a coin toss. The time to take a quarterback is when the franchise is solid in other positions. The Lions are nowhere near that. Sounds like it makes sense to me. We're not winning this year, bro. That's cool. And if we're not winning this year, then I don't know what we're doing. We're not taking Pitts. Cool. Nobody we draft is. That's not true. If you draft an offensive tackle, you're already 4 or 5 steps ahead of the curve because you have the line built. You can establish things that you could not do in the past. But okay. Sewell, Fields, or trade down for me. Okay. Luke, does that mean we're getting pissed because Bryant gone? No. I think they're going to look at the situation and evaluate. I think Pitts would be a higher option if the 2 tackles are going. But what are the odds of the 2 tackles being gone before we pick at 7? Every time I hear Dan Orlovsky speak on ESPN, I just think about him running out the back of the end zone. I know that's what everybody think about. The same way Jared Davis can't cover because of that one time he got burnt on the sideline by the running back. Sustained success is determined by having a franchise-level quarterback. Nothing in this draft is going to change the outlook of this season. Drafting a quarterback is about the future. I understand that. And what happens when that future still doesn't come out to play? those general managers are going to get fired. And that front office is going to get broken up because they made one small mistake. And the issue that I have is if you go through and you look over the years, look at the general managers who went quarterback first. They are out of a job. Most of them are. We're talking about those guys who took them in the top 10. Look at those guys. Most of them out of a job. The ones who did it and they hit, they were taking them in the top 3 to 5. We're not picking there. Lion King, taking the tackle is not building around a golf. Every quarterback needs a good O-line. Every run game needs one too. Let me see. We stuck with golf for 3 years. Why do we need a quarterback this year? Good question, CJ. I don't know. I've been trying to ask that question for a while. Seriously, what do people see in Fields? I see nothing special with him at all. I look at it from the NFL level. I think what you got to understand is, Crimson Shadow, is that most Lion fans want the mobile quarterback now. Most of the Lion fans play Madden. Most of the Lion fans do fantasy football, and they want the mobile quarterback. That just is what it is. The last mobile quarterback we took won the Heisman. He was so awesome for us that a guy by the name of Eric Kramer took us to the divisional round in the playoffs. Okay. If we don't have a great O-line, it doesn't matter who our quarterback is, we will not win. Just some things is logic to me. Hurry up tomorrow. I'm tired of speculating because nobody knows. I don't think they even know. No, I don't think many people know at all, to be honest with you. They don't. I'm telling you that I believe that the Lions follow what they've been doing. I've been right about something that they will not go after big name free agents. I've been right about other things too. But my biggest thing is if they're following that same trend, then I'm almost sure that they're probably not picking up the flashy toy. They're going to go with the most sensible thing. And that just makes the most sense to me. I've seen the future of the Lions draft a kicker in the first round. Oh, well, that's interesting. With everybody trading up for quarterbacks, if we took a quarterback this year, we would be taking scraps at 7. It's a good point. I think that's a fair and good point. Fields is a beast. He can judge because one game, my opinion, Fields is better than Trevor Lawrence, I think he was trying to say. The Atlanta trade might be smokescreen. Now, let's get into this because I'm going to say this right now. This is 100% a smokescreen. This trade talk stuff is BS. There's 3 reasons I want y'all to pay attention to it. A lot of times, I think it was Jay-Z who said, Jay-Z said that believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, right? Or something to that effect. I probably said it wrong anyway. But the thing that triggered me about this was all these different speculations are coming out now. If the Lions made this trade offer before, which, by the way, they pulled this crap down. They took it down, but this is what happens when you put it out there. All right. The point, and this is the point right here. This is the point right here. Everything that is rumored in April is 100% BS. Stay with me, y'all. Why in the hell would the Lions trade up to 4th for a player who's more than likely going to be there for them at 7? Why? Why would the Lions trade up to 4th when this is a guy who just came from a team who has consistently traded outside of the first round and took in receivers in every round but the first? Why would they do that? Why? It's a smoke screen at its worst. What I find intriguing about this the part I find intriguing. Look how they do this, right? I just want y'all. Where's the little? It's a particular insert. Where is it at? Oh God, where is it at? All right, here we go. Chase is an obvious solution, but we may not be on the board when the Lions are on the clock with the 7th overall pick. The 6-foot pass catcher is off the board to the Cincinnati Bengals at 5 in the Bleacher Report scouting department mock draft 1.0. Alabama Jalen Waddles went to Detroit instead. Waddles follows Crimson Tide star Devonte Smith or Minnesota Rashad Bateman. wouldn't be bad alternatives, and they likely wouldn't require the Lions to give up any draft capital. In the event Chase isn't available, wait until the second round wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. In the Bleacher Report final big board, 8 receivers are among the top 40 overall players. This is such baloney. You know why they're putting this out there? And I think it came from the damn Falcons camp. I really do. I think it came from the Falcons camp because the only person who benefits from this lie is the Falcons. The Lions don't gain or garner any type of real benefit to say that we're going to trade up when they've been talking about possibly trading down. This just doesn't make sense. It's just 100% garbage. This is not something that you're going to do. Think about this. The Lions are going to move up 3 spots to take a receiver. A receiver. What draft capital would they have to give up to move up 3 spots? We can simply look at the teams who have moved up 3 spots and what they gave up. Why in the hell would they trade up 3 spots for a receiver? This is crazy to me. Hold on. Truth teller, he checking me. I gotta when I get checked, I gotta give them they moment. Hold on. No, the only reason they want a quarterback is for the hype. Is all. No, that's not it. Where's it at? Here we go. Can we stop lying about the Lions not trying to address the O-line? Detroit has taken an O-lineman in the first, second, third, or fourth round overall over the last 5 drafts. All right, truth teller. Let's stop lying. The Detroit Lions that we're talking about, the Detroit Lions, tell me what have they taken when they've picked within the top 10? Tell me. See, it's one thing when you're picking late. It's one thing when you're picking late, right? Like, you're picking late. I get it. Because I'm lying. But tell me, where have they picked when they've picked from 1 to 10? Show me. Give me the last 10 years. You don't even got to go that far back. Give me the last 10 years. Right? Because I'm lying. This is what I'm doing. I want to make sure that we're hearing this right. I'm lying. This is what we do. We talking about things. Dan Orlovsky, everybody took what he said wrong because they can't get out their own damn way to understand there's a logic behind this. All right. So we're going to explore. This ain't got nothing to do with or it's about taking people just in the first round. That's not the problem. That's not the issue. That has never just been, oh, they just need to take people here and we no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when a bad team has consistently gotten it wrong because they followed the same mantra. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about them getting it wrong. Okay? So, I'm lying about it. Everything I ever showed you, even yesterday, I showed this and I said, and I tried to tell Randall the same thing. I said, let's keep this 100. This ain't got nothing to do with, what up, though, JGB? This ain't got nothing to do with anything else but facts. I'm lying, right? Detroit Lions last year picking 3rd overall, Jeff Okudah. Detroit Lions picking 8th overall, TJ Hockenson. Now at 20, we took a lineman, and he worked out just fine. At 20. But show me where we took in one in the top 10. Taylor Decker taking 16th overall. Right? Lakeland Tomlinson, 28th overall. Eric Ebron, 10th overall. Ezekiel Anza, 5th overall. Riley Reef, 23rd overall. Nick Fairley, 13th overall. And Dominic Sue, 2nd overall. Y'all stop me when I get to a damn top 10 offensive lineman being taken. Right? Y'all stop me when I get there. Stafford, 1st overall. Goshtis Charterloo, 17th overall. See, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm going to come with my facts. And I told y'all that the Lions, from 17 on out, that's when they try to get those little linemen when they're picking later, those mid to late round picks. But in the top 10, they keep going receiver or some form of skill position. Calvin Johnson, 2nd overall. Ernie Sims, 9th overall. Mike Williams, 10th overall. Roy Williams, 7th overall. Charles Rogers, 2nd overall. I'm gonna help get you there. Right? I'm gonna get you there. Let me go ahead and get to the facts. Because I'm lying saying that they're not doing this. This is the first thing I want you to go to. 1985, Lomas Brown, 6th overall. Before that, you got to go to 1979 before we did that. Here we are, 10th overall. So now truth teller say, so you telling me that only good linemen are found in the 10th in the top 10. What I'm telling you is me and Randall were in agreement yesterday without him really realizing it. He said take best player available. I said, okay, dude, take best player available for need. I asked you, right? I asked you, what are we going to take at 7th overall? If you're stuck at 7, you can't pick nowhere else. 7th overall, what do you take that's best player available for need? What do you take? I know exactly what you said. I know exactly what you said, truth teller. I'm not even trying to sugarcoat what you said. I'll put it back up there. I know exactly what you said. And the thing is right here, just the key words that you use in describing your statement to me. Let me get back on up there too, because I got to scroll up a little bit high. Can we stop lying about the Lions not trying to address the O-line? Who's lying about that? Who's lying about the Lions addressing the O-line? The Lions addressing the O-line boils down to two things. One, you have to 100% get the pick right. That's one. But two, and you go here, Detroit has taken an O-lineman in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round for the last 5 drafts. And all of those people that they have taken, if you go through and you look at it, and the ones that they have taken, none of them have been in the top 10. And everything that most people have been talking about have been people saying that, what about the top 10? What about that part of it? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about that top 10 range. Why is it that every single draft, when the Lions are picking in the top 10, and I've already shown you 1985 is the part, why are we taking everything but offensive linemen? You want to tell me they're trying to address the offensive linemen? You tell me this. We got Jonah Jackson. We did good. Where the hell has Logan Steinberg been? Where he's been, right? We come down to this draft right here, right? Where? Where's this? Where? Frank Ragnar, we took him 20th. Good job. Terrell Crosby took him in the 5th, and he is as suspect as they come. At best, a filler for a game or two. You cannot start Terrell Crosby. Where? Show me this scheme of us doing it. Here go another damn draft. Right? Here go another draft. Taylor Decker went 16th overall. Great. Graham Glasgow took a while to get into his role. Then he goes over there to the other team and is pretty much okay. Joe Dow. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with him. I don't even think he's on the team no damn mo. I can't remember right now. But where's this starting line that they built? You're picking up scraps. And every time we pick late, we're doing things. But Lakeland Thomason in 2015. If you're saying that great O-linemen can be found in the top 10, Steinberg has had one season. You don't have any idea what he could be. Okay. What's going on, Cam? Cam in the building. Okay. Here's what I know. 1985, right? We do the math on it. 1985. Now, I ain't the smartest person. I ain't the smartest person. I promise you this. Right? I'm far from it. That's 38 years? No. Wait, let me do that. No, wait. 1985, 35 years. 35 years. It's been 35 years since this damn team has taken a offensive lineman in the draft. And the scary part, hold on, let me show you the scary part. Just stay with me. We've never traded up for him or nothing. So I just want you to see it. Here go the scary part. Most of these drafts that you go to, the top tackles taken often were the better tackles, like Brandon Sharif. Let's look at who were the tackles taken in this draft. I'm just picking a random draft because that's what we're really talking about. We're not talking about linemen in general. We're talking about we're not talking about taking guards or centers. We're talking about this offensive tackle position. So, and I just picked a random draft. I don't even care what shows up. I just want to see. I'll go through a few of them. The top one taken was Brandon Sharif. Who is the best tackle in this group? I like Pete. I like him a lot. But who would you say is the best tackle in this group? I'm just trying to figure this out. Who is the best one? Because for me, the evidence is the same. Y'all are always, and I'm not saying y'all in terms of being negative. I'm just saying this fan base has always gotten their head up their ass when it comes to skill positions. This is what I don't understand. Every goddamn year, there's been 35 years since we've taken a top talent in the top 10 at the offensive line position. And history say that's where you find the top tackle talents at majority of the time. Right? Not me making it up. Not me just deciding that I want this to be the case. Not Luke saying he wants to be right. Luke saying, let's look at what we have done over the years. Look at it. History don't mean nothing. And that's why those people who fail to learn from it repeat it over and over. You want to know why the Lions have been a goddamn garbage trash can? Because history don't mean nothing. They just keep churning out the same stuff over and over. Nonstop. Never once thinking about anything else because history don't mean nothing. It don't mean diddly squat. And at some point in time, y'all going to have to learn to realize it. We can't keep doing this. We've done this already. Get the best receivers and try to build it. That shit don't work. It didn't work for the Texans when they took Hopkins. It didn't work for a lot of these teams. And the reality is because we as a fan base love some damn fantasy football. All these teams that keep coming out here taking these receivers high ain't learned yet that this is a mistake. Corey Davis was just taken, I believe, in the top 5. And he's on a new team. Every time I turn around, I see this. It's ridiculous. We rarely want the lineman. I don't understand it. JGB saying that's the point Luke is trying to make, Truth Teller. Why not get a proven O-line that you know can play the position instead of drafting one later and hoping he pans out? It makes sense if you're willing to hear it. Everybody want diamonds. Nobody care about the blood that was shedded for them. $100%, Cam. I don't understand this. I sit there, I can show y'all proof. And y'all still want to argue that, they tried to build a line. But guess what? This guy was taken and he worked. He made sense. Eric Flowers, he didn't. He was taken knife. I get it. But the drop-off has been significant. We can go to another draft. I keep showing y'all this stuff, but then y'all keep coming in with the same stuff that don't make sense. Matter of fact, let me go back. I'm going to show you how crazy it is. The Lions at 28 in this draft, where the hell his damn name is? Because I can't stand it. Where is it at? Where the hell? Where's 2015? Yep. Where's his damn name at? 28, right there. Lakeland Tomlinson. Ain't a person in this chat. I guarantee you, there ain't a person in this chat that would tell me that they was hyped when they announced Lakeland Tomlinson, a guard, not a tackle, a guard at 28. Ain't nobody happy about that. To take it a step further, let's go on over here to that team in 2015 when they decided to add that guard. Let's look at that roster. You got Raleigh Reef at left tackle. You added Lakeland Tomlinson. Trevor Swanson is your center. Larry Warford was the only good, bruh. This the only good. We really went into the damn season with you know what? I can't. I show y'all the proof. You don't believe it. You got people in here talking about we need D tackle. Why? If you compared our D tackle room to anybody else's, it's not that bad. Let's be honest. Why? Why in the hell would we need D tackle? Again, it's not about anything else. It's just saying, look, let's look at it for what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Look at this. Look back at the Detroit Lions' first round pick since 2000. Y'all, let's count how many. Stocker McDougal took in 20th overall offensive tackle. Who was hyped about that? Please lie and say you was. Jeff Backus took it 18th out of Michigan. Okay. Joey Harrington, 3rd overall. Show me where. You know what's funny about this? It says Harrington has always been a sore subject for Lions fans. He started 12 games in his rookie season and every game in the next 2, but he never panned out. He was 18-37 in 55 games, which I don't know why they do this damn win-loss record because that line was not good. He threw for 10,000 yards, 60 touchdowns, 62 interceptions. 2nd overall pick. This is tragic. Roger came out of Michigan State and is from Saginaw. He only played, and this was the big talk that everybody said. This is the big talk everybody said. Go and get the guy to hump me. Okay. He only played in 15 games for the Detroit Lions over 3 seasons, starting in 9 of them due to injuries and off-field issues. R.I.P. to Rodgers. Roy Williams. No, he was never given the freedom. They left that man out to dry. Got people saying stuff that don't make, man, Jesus. Mike Williams, another top 10 pick. 37 catches, 40. Okay, hold on. Y'all, we're going to get y'all comfortable. Ernie Sims, another top 10 pick. Yeah, come on. Let's keep it going. Calvin Johnson, another top 10 pick. Gosh, just Charterloos. Let's keep going. Oh, wait. Look. Stafford first, 20th, tight end. This is the problem. This is the damn problem. This right here was one of my happiest days when they took Sue and Best. I was happy to the month. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. We got Javi Best and Ndamukong Suh, 2 people who I had rated high. I was living my best life. Truth Teller says, Luke, I didn't say don't take a top 10 O-lineman. I'm arguing the idea that drafting out of necessity of the draft top 10 alignment. Cowboys have a full offensive line with mid-first picks. Here's the problem. You have to look at the Cowboys' history and compare it to the Lions' history. The Cowboys had a coach who came in and said, hey, who's your best player? And they said Herschel Walker. He said, good, we're trading him. We're trading him. Let's flip that into what's happening right now. They came in here and said, who's our best player? And they said, oh, it's Stafford. And Stafford said, yeah, trade me. And they went, okay, good. He wants to be traded. Let's see what we can get for him. And they go out, get a quarterback replacement, 2 firsts and a third. Right? Cowboys say, you know what? We're going to build and keep taking offensive linemen until we get it right. And so what do you start to see? You start to see a difference in it. Their offensive line now is not even as good as it was when they had Trevor Frederick, when they had Zach Martin, Terran Smith. I'm forgetting that other dude named Fulton or Fulter, whatever his name was. But their offensive line now is significantly not as good because they have a lot of mad players. But I'm just saying that this team, every time they in the top 10, take a skill position. And it has not worked. It just hasn't. And this is not me making up something because I'm trying to be right. This is me showing you in real time the proof. Doesn't matter about that. Each draft has its own scenario, its own situation. It said, but the argument still stands they were successful without a top 10 pick within it. That's just not true. This not okay. Here, I'll show you. I'll just show you. It don't make a difference. I'll show you. I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why y'all have this thing against it. There's a difference between looking at a team and having an opportunity to having an opportunity to what's the word I want to use? I put it this way. There's a difference between having an opportunity to do one thing versus another, right? Like if you go through and you look at their roster right now, where is it at? I hate when I make it small again. So let me get this over here. All right. Okay, here we are. This is how they finished the season last year. Brandon Knight, undrafted. Connor Williams, 2nd round pick. Joe Looney, 4th round pick. Zach Martin, a first pick at 16. Look, would it be easier to look at the top teams and their offensive linemen? I got that, probably would. I'm gonna see if I can do that. But I'm just showing that over the years, look, at that team went 6-10. This team, Terran Smith, 9th pick, 1st overall. Right? Travis Frederick, 31st pick in the 1st round. Zach Martin, 16th pick. And these are the seasons where they literally were picking later. And they hit. Because they know how to find linemen. Lyle Collins went undrafted. He was a guy that a lot of Lions fans thought would be worthy of drafting. He went undrafted. It's taking an O-line building around golf or taking a quarterback. Don't act dumb. A quarterback is building a team, not around golf. It's taking an O-line building around golf or taking a quarterback. Don't act dumb. A quarterback is building a team, not around golf. I want them to do whatever makes y'all happy. The best part about when y'all come in here and y'all make these comments, it's all recorded. A lot of people that's been in here before have came in here and gave me shit for talking about Greedy Williams and about how good he is and Greedy Williams this and Greedy Williams that. Hungry Panda Studio says, Luke G, you don't draft O-lineman high. You signed them in free agency. The Dallas Cowboys and the Great Wall that you talk about was drafted. Like, they was drafted. I'm just saying. They were drafted. You're gonna look at that team. The sad part is, can I get there fast enough? Please let me get there. Let me just work my way back, people. Because sometimes I think, maybe because some of y'all don't be, I don't know. I just want to get there as fast as I can. Get there as fast as I can. The Detroit Lions showed you the reality. Oh, you know what? I ain't got to go that damn far. What am I doing? All right. So this is the Detroit Lions in 1991. History don't mean nothing, though. So Columbus Browns was their starting left tackle, the first round pick. They got Eric Ender. I can't pronounce the dude's name. I'm not going to play with him. 5th round pick. Kevin Glover, 2nd round pick. Mike Utley, 3rd round pick. We all know what happened with him. Eric Sanders. This is how they finished the season out. A guy that they picked up from the Falcons, right? But what I don't think people remember is this damn game. They don't remember this game. Listen, JGB and Easy. Listen, I found out I hit 2,000 yesterday. Didn't even realize it. Didn't even realize it. Just talking ball, bro. So appreciate the congratulations and all. But I want to show y'all this because this is pivotal. This is the 1991 team. The Dallas Cowboys lost 38-6. 38-6. Okay. And the Lions really showed them, like, yo, y'all ain't who y'all think y'all is. I mean, the Lions were all over their ass. It says at Field G, this is the new regime are saying that the new regime aren't able to identify their O-lineman talent later in the draft because historically our previous offense weren't able to. No, what I'm saying is this new regime is going to basically, I think they're going to take the offensive tackle. Because if they can't get the trade that they want for the more capital, see, the only thing that's going to make them feel better is if you get the draft capital, right? If they're not getting the draft capital, I think they're going to take a tackle. Why? Because they have been making sensible, logical, smart moves. And so what I'm saying is this. If you're picking 7th, there is no other pick, not one singular pick. If you go by best player available, name me the best player available pick that's based on need too, because need is a part of it. Give me the best player available pick that we can take that would suffice in that. I think you will find that outside of that tackle and you're stuck at 7, there is none. The number one, in my opinion, the number one thing on our list that we need is a safety. You do not hear me screaming, take a safety in the first round at 7. I'm not stupid. There is not one worthy of that pick at 7th. They're just not. The risk is too high. It's just not there. But you look at some of these other guys, and the evidence and the proof is there, and it's you can do things with those. So I'm just saying, you have to look at it. Brandon Anderson says Jamar Chase. Okay. I want whatever gonna make y'all happy. I want whatever, because there's a lot of people in here who gave me shit. Told me a new one over and over and over and over again for saying that we were going to take TJ Hockenson and should. And you don't take a tight end here and blah, 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 blah. Now you love them. Let's be honest. If you look at this draft right here, and yes, it's only 1 year in. It's only 1 year in. I think I've seen maybe 5 or 6 people. I've seen 5 or 6 people who flat out said, and I'm not making this up, who flat out said, take Backton, this dude. They kept on saying, take Mekhi Backton. I heard a lot of people tell me that. I was like, they need to go up the linebacker at this point. We get a lineman later. Why? Because at that point, we needed a linebacker. You know what we still need this year? A linebacker. But a lot of people said, take Backton. And he balled. He balled out. Brandon Anderson says, no, you said best player available to fill a need. Yeah, wide receiver is a need. But he's not the best player available to fill that need. You know, that's what it boils down to. It says, I'm not going to be mad if we take Chase. I'm not neither. I'm listen, whatever they take, I'm not going to get myself worked up about it. You know why? Because I've seen enough of y'all in the chat to know that y'all have y'all views of what y'all want them to do. Like it's a lot of people who talking about some take some goddamn Tua. I don't hear that Tua talk now. All them people now, all of a sudden, they mysteriously acting like the answer to that was Herbert all along. I'm not buying that bullshit because I go back, I pay attention. I pay attention. I see what y'all say. I know who y'all are. I just don't call y'all out. I see it all the time. There's so many people that talking about we gotta take Tua. Tua's the answer. Tua. Now all of a sudden you realize that the guy who had the best season coming out was Herbert, and now everybody want to talk this Herbert bullshit. I'm not gonna play them games. I'm consistent when I say something. I stand by it. If you go through and you say that the best player available for need is a receiver, and I show you in real time the damn right side getting beat left to right, I don't know what to tell you. In a draft, let me just show y'all something. We in what, 2021? Okay. Look at all these damn receivers. What are the chances of you getting a good receiver later versus you getting a good tackle later? We're talking about this year. Just this year. Not any other draft, just this year. I even gave y'all a whole list of people we can get late. Hold on. I'm going to show you some more. Hold on. Oh, and to go back to that point really quick about this logic, because I don't care what the Lions take at this point. I don't even care what the Lions take at this point. I don't. O-line is deep in this draft too. Okay. Let's go look at O-line. O-line deep. All right. Wish I can make this stuff up, but I can't. We're not talking no line, people. We're talking offensive tackle. Show me where offensive tackle is deep. Show me that. So you want to tell me offensive tackle is deep. We're not talking guards or centers. Because some of these tackles in here are fucking guards. So we go Sewell. He's going to be a guard. I don't think Elijah's going to be a tackle in the NFL. I think he's going to be a guard. But if you think he's going to be a tackle, more power to you. Slater's going to be a tackle. I don't think he's going to be a guard. I wouldn't touch Alex Leatherwood in the earlier rounds, but you know, depends on how you want to do it. It's up to you. Christian Darrisaw is hot garbage. You heard it here first. Now he can prove me wrong, and I'd be more than willing to eat my crow when he proves it. But that dude is not good. I'm sorry. Tavon Jenkins, you know him. Jackson Carman, I'm back for him, but I think he's a guard. I think it's another guy who's going to play guard in the NFL. Jalen Mayfield, I don't want no parts of him. Jeff Beck is 2.0. Well, I think Slater can end up either being the first tackle taken or the second tackle taken. So if he gets past us, then we can get it. Let me go through the comments real quick. I wanna do whatever make y'all happy. Because we got to talk about this man here too. So we're finna get into that next. But let me go through and catch up on the comments. I see people saying this. I checked my phone easy. I don't see nothing. I checked it. Let me see. Luke, as many times as people call you crazy, you should make a compilation video with your screenshot trolling these people. I should. I really should. I put a lot of work into understanding this stuff. I really should do that. You know, I should do it. It makes sense to me. Cornerback 3rd overall. I know. It's crazy, ain't it? Ain't it, Jalen? It's funny how we doing this. Well, this year the odds are pretty good for both wide receivers and O-line. Having good mid-round guys. Offensive tackles? Not O-line, offensive tackles. Okay. Trey Lance, Kellen Mond at 7. Okay. All right. I want them to do whatever gonna make y'all happy. Any other questions y'all got, put them in the chat. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Let's talk some ball, man. That's what we doing. It says I really like the guard from Notre Dame, Luke. Are you talking about Eichenberg? That guy? Liam? If you're talking about him, I think he's gonna be a guard. Liam gonna be a guard, but people think he's gonna be a tackle in this league, but whatever. Wish I can lie. This man right here, O'Hara, Mike O'Hara, man. I think this is intriguing. I want to talk about this. He does a mock draft. Now, what's funny is, y'all, this is the Detroit Lions official website. Let's get that out the way. Their official website. And he's doing his mock draft for the first 7 picks. He got Jacksonville going Trevor Lawrence. Zach Wilson going to the Jets. Nobody's confused there. He got Mac Jones going to the 49ers. I think that's what they're going to do too. Don't know why they're going to do it, but I think they're going to do it. All right. He got the Falcons taking Pitts. Okay. Bengals taking Sewell, even though their fan base won't chase. Dolphins taking Chase. And he has the Lion taking Slater. Says Holmes said in his pre-draft presser that he's willing to trade up or trade down, adding that he has already had discussions. Trading down is the more likely option than trading up by a wide margin. The Lions are in a building process, and additional draft picks, which the Lions would get from trading down, are key building blocks in the process. The only issue in trading down is how far is Holmes willing to go. He goes, draft a quarterback, not what I would do. The Lions didn't go 14, 33-1 in the last 3 seasons by accident or bad luck. I'm going to repeat that line again. See, some of y'all don't pay attention. The Lions did not go 14, 33-1 in the last 3 seasons by accident or bad luck. There will be quarterbacks available in the future draft if Jared Goff doesn't pan out. Building the foundation is the priority in 2021. I talk about this all the time. I've been talking about offensive line for months and telling y'all that they've been making sensible, logical, smart moves. Now, this is their official website with their writer, right? Y'all can't say I'm being biased. Draft for defense is not a bad option if it's done after the Lions trade down. It's funny because you would think that he was talking to me, but I never talked to this man a day in my life. And acquire extra picks. Linebackers, Michael Parsons or Penn State will be a good candidate after the 10th pick, which is what I told you I think they will actually do. I think if they get to like 15 or outside of the top 10, Parsons is probably going to be the pick. They're going to go linebacker. I just feel like just watching how they've been moving. It says cornerback Patrick Surtain out of Alabama, J.C. Horn out of South Carolina, and Caleb Fairley out of Virginia Tech will be candidates for the Lions after the top 10. Wide receiver, wait until day 2. There's plenty of talent at the position to go around. I'm gonna read that again. Wide receiver, wait until day 2. There's plenty of talent at that position to go around. Bottom line, I like Slater for the Lions if Sewell's off the board. Either one of those offensive tackles will elevate a good offensive line. I also like the trade down. If the Lions do that, there will be a good player available. One of them might be Slater. And he ends his article. I guess he don't know what the hell he talking about, huh? Easy says, I was never on that Tua train. I don't trust left-handed quarterbacks. You may not have been, but I promise you, the majority of the Lions fan base was. They were on it. They were on it. Andrew, are you trying to get in here? You want to get up in here? I'm trying to listen. You want to get up in here? Let me know, bro. I'll get you in here. I could have sworn you said, oh, you said that, bro. You said that at 2:24. Damn it, Andrew. Hold on. Let me get you in here, Andrew. I'm slipping. I didn't even see your message, bro. I was working. I'm gonna put it that way. Give me a second. I'm gonna get you in here, bro. That's my fault, Andrew. I'm sorry. I hope you still love me. Sorry, bro. But I'm just saying this. If we just not gonna believe the hype, we're not gonna buy into it. Andrew, let's get up in this building, bro. The link has been sent to you. See, a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I don't get no response within that day, I just assume that it was never answered. You know. But I sent you the link, bro. Please join. Please. Let me see. So let me go back up here because he was saying he don't trust left-hand quarterbacks. Andrew's like, damn, he went live without me, bro. It wasn't like that. I swear it wasn't. Hey, wait a minute, it's 6:39. Where the hell you been? Feel me? Anyway, there you go. Andrew, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Bro, listen, I promise you, if I don't get those messages that day I send them, I just be like, oh, they ain't say nothing. Cause I be, you know what I do. So when I'm at work, I'm grinding. I don't even think to go and look at it 2 and 3 times.
Right. No, I feel you, man. I was on at 5:20. I was like, man, Luke's not live. He didn't see my messages. I'm like, all right, bet. So I went and ate dinner, and then I just came back, and I was like, oh, shit, he's live.
Well, listen, you already see what's going on, though. I started the show off talking about some of these weird draft rumors, and now we got people who basically are 100% against the idea of tackle, or they feel like the people have tried to build the offensive line. It's just a bunch of malarkey, in my opinion. And I make points that I think that people have to be able to focus in on and try to argue that point, which is anytime the Lions are in the top 10, they're not taking offensive linemen. And this is strange to me. Ironically, the last time they did it was in 85, and then,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, that's why I touched base on what Dan Orlovsky said is you need to literally pay attention to the history. Like, I get, we have a new front office and everything, but the history shows that we do some dumb shit when we have really high picks, and so we need to learn from our mistakes, man. You need to build from the trenches out. If
you look at this guy's article, right? If you look at this guy's article, and I'm not the expert here. I want people to understand. I'm just like y'all. I'm a fan. I just have an unhealthy addiction with football. It's really unhealthy because I really do spend a lot of time researching stuff and looking at stuff pertaining to football. But just stay with me. He says, this is what he got the Lions doing. This is Mike O'Hara. He got them taking Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern, right? He talks about the possibility of trading down, which is something that I believe is the case, right? But he also says quarterback. Not what I would do. The Lions didn't go 14-33-1 the last 3 years. That's because of you too, Andrew, because you wanted that third year. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
I'll always love you for it. He said they didn't go 14-33-1 the last 3 seasons by accident or bad luck. There will be quarterbacks available in the future draft if golf doesn't pan out. Building the foundation is the priority in 2021. What are you thinking about this?
Yeah, I mean, that should always be the primary objective, is to build your foundation. Without a good foundation, you have a good structure, and the foundation is literally referring to your offensive and defensive line. If you look at the most successful teams in the NFL, they have that. you know. And so you look at the Lions, and there's so much uncertainty on that D-line, and then on the offensive side, we know damn well that right guard, right tackle spot is non-existent, you know. And so regardless of what you want a quarterback. You know what's better than a quarterback? Making sure that no matter what player you have behind that center, he's protected. That's the most valuable thing you can do, you know. So I'm all for the foundation pieces.
I agree. We also have my man Easy joining us up in this mud. Sound like he's driving too. I hear him rolling. What's going on, Easy?
What up, though? If it sounds like shit, I'll tap out. I ain't talked to nobody in a minute, man. I've been too damn busy.
Listen, bro. Listen. If y'all ever notice, like I'll put something in the message, and then like if I don't hear nothing, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? He done tapped out on me. And you see he done tapped out on the homie?
Yeah, he's giving up on us, man.
Easy.
No, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, you know, it's funny because when y'all post things in the message box, a lot of times I'll go through, I read it. But if I post them, I'll be like, hey, anybody want to rock with me, blah, 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 blah. If I don't get no response by the end of that day, I'll be like, all right, I start planning because my brain instantly goes back into, oh, shit, I got to do this in the morning. I got to do this in the morning. God, I got to do this in the morning. So I'm just saying, Elijah, don't come in here starting no trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. You see what Elijah said? Ravens' first pick was an offensive lineman. Ravens' first pick was an offensive line, Jonathan Ogden, who's a Hall of Famer. But you know, I don't know shit, you know. So let
He's
me ask
only
you
like one of their best linemen ever.
I'm just, let me ask you this though, Easy, because Easy always has interesting takes, and I'm surprised we ain't had a debate in a while. I'm gonna be honest with you. You disappointed me. What I gotta do? Get in front of the car and kick the hood in or something? I mean, what I gotta do for this?
Come scratch up my car like my ex did a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit! Oh my God! We don't need that energy. We gonna lift that up out of this ram. But tell me, man, what do you think? I mean, if you're the Lions, you're the general manager. You see what Mike O'Hara has said. Mike O'Hara said basically you can get a quarterback later. I know you are team Trigger Trey, but like if you're the Lions general manager, you have an opportunity this year to make a move. What are you doing?
I mean, honestly, depends who's there. Like, one of the reasons too I'm team Trigger Trey is the opportunity we have to send behind a quarterback like Jared Goff. I like that we're in control of when this dude sees the field. We're not in a jet situation or a Jag situation where we have to put him on the field right away. Like, we can send him behind a guy who does have experience winning games, who does have experience playing in big games and playing into the damn Super Bowl. I like that. But if he's not there, you can't go wrong with drafting an offensive lineman. The only thing I don't want to see, which I saw in the Lions wire today, and I hope it's just like a ploy by the Lions opening up an opportunity for Sewell, was that we called the Falcons about trading up for Jamar Chase. Now, I don't think it's something we actually want to do. I think it's just us putting pressure on them to take Jamar Chase or look into him a little deeper. That way they don't take that offensive lineman. But, I mean, you can't fuck it up too bad because we have so many draft picks. Even if we did take a quarterback, we still have 2 first-round draft picks in the next 2 drafts to draft an offensive lineman. Taylor Decker ain't a bad offensive lineman. He wasn't drafted top 10. We can still grab guys like that within the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a situation where we're pressed. Like, if there's an opportunity to get a quarterback there that's going to change your franchise more than an offensive lineman will, and again, we have the opportunity to take an offensive lineman in the next 2 years. Especially if we think we're going to be doing decent. Who knows we're going to be this high in the draft with the opportunity to take a quarterback of that caliber. But, like I said, you can't go wrong with taking the offensive lineman if he's not there. I wouldn't be disappointed either way, to be honest with you. Now, if it's Trey Lance that we pass on, I'll probably have some crow in my mouth. But, again, I still won't be too upset because I 100% agree that offensive line could be a great foundation. I just think it's something we could also add on to later, especially when we're not putting that man on the field until 2 to 3 years. 1 or 2 years from now.
Let me ask y'all both this question because I think it needs to be discussed, and I think we haven't talked about it enough. The 1985, 35 years. It's been 35 years the Lions have taken a offensive tackle in the top 10. They have taken virtually every other position, mostly receiver, mostly defensive back, a few running backs in there. A few linebackers, a few tight ends, but mostly receivers. What do you say to the fan who goes, What the hell is wrong with us to be in the top 10 with these trash teams, quarterback constantly getting sacked, and we're not taking offensive tackles? What do you say to that? We start off with you. We start off with you, Easy. What do you say to the person who is sitting up there and they're saying, "Damn, it's been 35 years since we took our last tackle in the top 10, right?" And
I would give them the example of Taylor Decker. Do you think Taylor Decker's a bad offensive tackle?
Nope. But the question is,
was he drafted in the top 10?
No, he was taken like 16th.
So you could find talent in those areas. You know what I'm saying? You could find starting caliber guys or career guys that could play the offensive line for you at that position. What you less likely to find, or I mean, I can't even say that because you could find guys late, but it's usually the fourth guy off the board, quarterback wise. Which we're in that situation either way at 7. We would have like the fourth quarterback off the board. You know what I'm saying? So like you could find these tackles at 15, 16. We have one on our team right now. So it's just I don't want to play blind to that or play blind to the fact that we have 4 first-round picks these next 2 years to build that offensive line. The other thing too, and I think Slater. I love watching Slater and I love watching Sewell. But I would say this too: these guys sat out these past 2 years as well, which also makes me a little nervous.
Well, hold on one second. Truth Teller says Terran Smith was not drafted at 16, bro. That's just not true. Terran Smith was not drafted at 16. He was drafted 9th overall. No. But you tried that one. No.
Not in my house. No.
No. I mean, he genuinely tried to slide that up in there. I'm like, wait a minute, 16th, man. Terran Smith one took it, bro. Hold on, and just for somebody to be like, yes, he was. All right, where is it at?
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah. This is what y'all. This all you got to do. Terran Smith. We go back. I want to say that was 2000.
Yo, just go to teams. 16? That probably will be work.
Oh shit, I'm already on teams. Why not just? Yeah, you duh. What am I? I'm tripping. Don't you judge me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why did it go? Oh shit, boy, I be straight messing up. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. Y'all gotta forgive me. It's a long day.
Hey, good, man. I'm driving. I can't see nothing.
you said for you like we did something.
I mean, while you're looking for Luke, I want to touch bases on some of the things these guys are saying in the chat. So a lot of them are mentioning centers and guards, and it's just natural that those
we
guys
don't need those
later. No. Right. I mean, that's true, but like it's natural for them to go later because people value tackles much more than they do guards and centers. You know, so like Zach Martin, Frank Ragnow, Jonah Jackson, all these guys you're mentioning, like Quin Nelson, like
the option on Ragnow too.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I mean, they should have been done that. I don't know why that just got done. Terran Smith is probably from like 13.
I just
and we drafted good guys late too.
He said, wasn't Quin
like Glasgow, Tomlinson?
But them okay. I'm just trying to figure out how to best word this to you.
So Terran Smith was drafted 9th overall.
What year was that? I'm sorry.
2011. That's what I
okay. He was drafted 9th overall. I know he wasn't no 16. That was the year he went ham.
Look how stacked this draft is too. Jesus.
Again, AJ Green and Julio Jones were the top receivers taken. This is the first draft out of the last 10 years, where that's the case. But obviously, if you go and you're at the Terran Smith, he was the first tackle taken. The next one was Nate Soldiers. Nobody's finna tell me that Nate Soldiers is better than Terran Smith. I will curse you out on every level. And he was taken at 17. And then you get to 22, Anthony Costanzo. Nobody's finna tell me that Anthony Costanzo was better than Nate Soldiers. I will curse you out. I'm telling you right now. All right?
Hold up. I just want to make a very, very obvious, thing I just noticed is look where JJ Watt was drafted and look who was taken right in front of him. I don't want this to happen to us. I do not want this to happen to us. Okay? Like, you look at the difference. JJ Watt's going to go down as a Hall of Famer. Blaine Gabbert is nobody. I would rather build those trenches, man, all day long.
And so So to you though, Andrew, what do you say to the fan that brings to your attention and say, hey, the Lions haven't took an offensive lineman in the last freaking 35 years in the top 10? What are you thinking when you hear that? What is going through your mind as you hear this idea of the Lions not doing this? Like we can go through the history, we can look at a lot of things, and we can see those first round picks because somebody just had to take a look back through the years. Look at this crap. And you know what I found out? What I found funny while doing this? I got more and more upset as I went back through this shit. I didn't even realize this. I saw Starker McDougal and was like, what the fuck was we going through?
Look, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, man, is honestly, it shows. That is legit what I think of is that it shows that we haven't drafted offensive line early because we haven't had a good offensive line in like 30 years. Like you can't neglect an entire line of scrimmage. 5 guys. You cannot neglect that. And I get it. You can hit on a Jonah Jackson. You can hit on a Frank Ragnow or a Decker later, but the odds always decrease. And we know there's this, that, whatever, but like look at the tackles that have gone top 10, and the majority of them are standout athletes. Even this draft that you're showing, all those offensive linemen that were drafted in the first round, they're all good offensive linemen. Even the defensive linemen. You look at those guys,
but there's
AJ Watt and freaking Robert Quinn and Kerrigan and all these guys. Like all of these offensive line, defensive line guys were all very good.
There's definitely a drop off though. There's a huge. If you just look at this draft, let's say this is our one case study, you can almost argue that Terran Smith was better than Nate Soldiers. And Nate Soldiers was better than Anthony Costanzo. And Costanzo was better than James Carpenter. And don't at me, because I'm a Seahawks fan too, and I'm telling you, James Carpenter, I'm still want to, don't get me started. And don't get me started on this. Gabe Karimi was just as horrible as freaking, I'm just showing you. I know this ain't got nothing to do with it, but Derek Sherrod, he's not even on the league, in the league no more. He's not even on their team. I'm just showing y'all that there's a drop off. We're not talking about guard. We're not talking about center. I'm talking about offensive tackle. Everybody wants to talk about, it's left and right. I heard somebody say to me the other day, they said, man, you don't take no left tackle and move him to right tackle. And I'm like, ain't that what the Eagles did with Lane Johnson?
So we got a couple people saying to check out 2017 and 2019.
17. Okay, so let's go to 17. What am I supposed to be looking at 17?
I'm assuming the tackle class.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm off for the conversation. Easy.
Isn't that the Eric Fisher one? Oh no.
No, the 17. Myles Garrett is the first one.
Yeah.
All right. So
Trubisky, Jesus Christ. If you just looking at the first 4 picks out of the top 8, you already know this draft was all over the place. I mean, freaking Fournette went 4th overall, Corey Davis 5th overall, Mike Williams 7th. Like, come on, man. John Ross 9th.
Right, bro. And they traded up. They traded up to get Patrick Mahomes because they had their team ready to roll. So they was like, we gonna get our guy now. But easy, you with me still, bro? Don Burr says, damn, Luke, you a Seahawks, Bucks, and Lions fan. How many you got? Just those 3. I'm never gonna shy away from it. It's 32 teams. You is not finna, some people are just 100% diehard fan with that one team. But I like those 3 teams, and I have always liked them for different reasons. They've always been underdogs, and then when they came up, I was like, oh, that's shocking. I like it. And the sad part is this how terrible it is. This is how you know that there was no real rhyme or reason to it. I just fell in love with those 3 teams. They all in the same damn conference. People forget that the Lions used to be in the same division as the Bucks. So I got real familiar with their squad because you couldn't tell me nothing about freaking Warren Sapp. To me, Warren Sapp is the best defensive tackle in NFL history. You want to at me on that? We can talk about it.
Aaron
but
Donald,
dude, Aaron Donald ain't fucking with Warren Sapp, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, get out of here, bro.
You really want to do this?
What part of his game is better?
Every part of it. His ability to play the run, his ability to get after the quarterback, his ability to go from DN to D tackle.
Aaron Donald literally gets double and triple teamed and still finds a way to get 15 plus sacks. He literally led the league in sacks with 21 years.
What
of
do you
defensive
think?
tackle.
Hold on. Let's look at this.
Look, Warren Sapp is an all-time great. I'm not going to argue that, but Aaron Donald is better than any defensive tackle.
Stay with me. Just stay with me. Look at the rules that Warren Sapp played under, and look at the rules that this man is playing under. They wasn't passing the ball a whole lot. They wasn't doing. Warren Sapp to me is what Ndamukong Suh was. He wasn't meant to be what he is. Like bro. Listen, this dude, Warren Sapp, bro. You got my blood up in here. I'm in here on this one. Listen, Warren Sapp was so destructive, bro. He was so they would put 4 people on him. He would talk crap the entire time, working his way to the quarterback. And it's just not. Listen, hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Look, I'm sorry, but like this is definitely gonna be a subjective thing because Aaron Donald does the same thing. And if anything, he is the Warren Sapp of this generation. 20 and a half sacks, bro. 20 and a half sacks.
You just want me to curse. You think you slick.
And I've watched Stu, I've watched Sapp, I've watched these guys. Like, dude, Donald is getting double and triple team every single game and still manages to get after the quarterback.
You're not gonna get me to curse. You're just not gonna do it.
You kill me, Luke. Listen, sorry, bro.
You telling me? Hold on. You telling me that Aaron Donald? You would take Aaron Donald over Warren Sapp? You do realize that? Okay.
Look, he might have played the run a little bit better. Aaron Donald is definitely a better pass rusher. I'm sorry. The numbers show it. The numbers don't lie, right, Luke?
Numbers tell you part of the story.
They do, right? And the big part of the story is besides when he had Sue, who does he have around him? Who does Aaron Donald have around him?
His best season of his life came with Sue.
That is true, but this is over the hill Sue. This isn't a Sue in Detroit.
No, I'm just saying. But who in the hell was next to Warren Sapp?
Who was it? Who was that linebacker? I swear to God, I'm drawing a blank. It starts with a B. For the Bucks when Sapp was playing.
Derek Brooks?
Yeah, dude, you got Darren Brooks right behind you helping you out, man. Who does Aaron Donald have?
Wait, did you just name a linebacker when I asked you after I said Sue played a D lineman? Sue. That guy.
I mean, you never heard of the Ray Lewis and Julio Nada connection? What do you mean?
Dude,
they make each other better. If your linebackers are doing their job, the D lineman can do their job.
They put Warren Sapp in on tight end. They not gonna do that with Aaron Donald. He ain't that guy. He ain't that athlete. Don't play with me.
Derek Brooks, Simeon Rice.
Bruh.
Look, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even trying to be like that recency bias where they're like, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback ever. Like, dude, Donald is a freak of nature.
Easy. Is Easy gone? What happened to Easy? Did we lose Easy?
He went in a tunnel. I don't know.
I know. What the heck? I'll bring him back when he's back.
We'll have to pause this debate.
All I'm saying to you is this. I strongly disagree.
That's okay. I mean, honestly, like I can respect that you think Warren Sapp is the greatest. I just personally think it's Donald. What does Brad Higgins talk about? He said anyone who says Donald isn't that athletic doesn't know football. I said he ain't Warren Sapp. They even asked him to do what Warren Sapp did. Warren Sapp is the reason. He's the reason why people started trying to get these explosive D tackles. His numbers come up the middle. If you go and watch a lot of Aaron Donald's stuff, especially in that Sue year, they had that man at DN, Sue at D tackle, or they'll put Sue at DN and him at D tackle. And then it was a lot of creative. That was his best season ever. But all I'm pointing out to you is that. But that's not the point. You got me off track with that crazy talk shit. Okay, I'm back. Easy, you back? No, he having technical issues. All right, let's go to 2017. They wanted me to look at this. So let's see. The top receiver taken was Corey Davis. We know how that went. We know how that went. Right. The next receiver taken was Mike Williams, who has been dealing with injuries but been okay so far. John Ross was taken in because everybody loves speed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Now let's get down to the first tackle. Garrett Bowles took in 20th. Okay, so cool.
Decent.
Ramczyk.
That's solid. That's a solid tackle.
Yeah, that's a solid tackle.
Robinson's nothing.
It's a drop off. It's a drop off. It is what it is. It's a drop off.
The thing people want to compare to is like if you scroll back up to the top, top 10, look at what happened to the quarterback. You literally have Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson at 10 and 12. Trubisky went second overall, and you have Mahomes and Watson at 10 and 12. We have 2 first-round picks next year and the year after. This exact scenario can happen where you get a quarterback at 10, you get a quarterback at 12, you know what I'm saying, that are phenomenal athletes. You don't have to take one right now when he's going to be the 5th potential quarterback off the board.
Who's the better tackle? Ramczyk or Boyles?
I honestly, I don't get to see the Denver games that often. Bowles is all right. I probably would take Ramczyk just because I've seen more.
Okay. And so by the time we get into the second round, Cam Robinson, this not even a conversation, is it?
No, not even a chance.
Okay. I'm not talking guard. We only
there's only like 3 tackles in the first 2 rounds. Jesus.
All right. So by the time we get to our next tackles, Antonio Garcia, who they made a guard. Who they made a guard. Let's see. We come down a little bit further. Let's see. Yeah, what do they want me to see in this draft?
Probably that the tackles weren't drafted top 10. I mean, my thing is when I'm looking at it,
Brandon is saying that the best is the Ramczyk is the best O tackle in that draft. Okay, so that's one. That's one.
If you look at it though, this is a weak tackle class.
But you
have like 2 tackles in there.
And on top of that, look, hold on. The top tackles taken were in what round? First? Yeah. What other year he said 2019?
Yeah. This is 2017. 2019 is the other one they want you to look at. When I'm looking at it, though, you can tell, though, if the tackles are not going top 10 in that draft class, it's probably a very extremely weak tackle class.
All right. Andre Dillard, Titus Howard in 2019. So this would be their second year? Third year?
I think second year.
Caleb McGarry. I feel like the jury's still out on most of these people because it's still too early in 2019.
Dillard isn't bad, but I believe if I recall correctly, he's had injuries.
Right. But I'm just saying though, like this is still but we get to the second round, Jawan Taylor. I like Jawan Taylor. I like him. Greg Little. Cody Ford. Dalton Reisner. I think I feel like this is still like an incomplete.
Right. I mean, regardless of that, my thing is look at the tackles taken in the top 10 compared to these other guys. These guys, obviously, we don't know. The other draft, majority of them are trash. Right. But you look at the top 10 tackles, that means they're elite. And 2 tackles are projected in the top 10 this year, and it's Sewell and Slater. We already seen what Chase Young can do. He's a freak athlete. Nobody could really stop him in college. Slater was able to do that. And Sewell, the projecting is even better than him, and he's a left tackle. So it's not like we're just like, well, these are the top tackles in the class. Some people before the draft literally saying Sewell was the 2nd overall talent. And then it's just the fact that all these teams need quarterbacks. They moved up, whatever. But if you look at it, there's a drop-off, right? You have a couple really good tackles, and there's a drop-off, right? Tevin Jenkins probably that third one, unless you want to argue Jesus Christ, what's that guy's name? It's not Elijah Vera, is it?
I mean, if you look at it, this is 2018. So 2018, Mike I'm not going to play with his name. Colton Miller, Isaiah Wham. I just saw a stat the other day that said he got more Spotify followers than he took snaps in the NFL. So that was interesting.
That's messed up.
Dude, I was like, what? Connor Williams, the Dallas Cowboy fan base is split on him. Some people like him, some people hate him. Bryant O'Neal, Brandon Parker. I mean, it's even here you see some drop off. Yeah. Orlando Brown in the 3rd round. Okay, I like that one. That's not bad, but it's still a huge drop off. Like, I Isaiah Wilson is out of the league, waving his shirt over his head on the car. Ooh, don't say that, coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think, to me, the idea that we're not going to take somebody in, we have done exactly what I don't want the Lions to do, which is consistently take skill positions, and I don't understand why. Like we just keep doing it. It hasn't done it. It hasn't done it.
The one that hurts the most to see is the one with Corey Davis, Mike Williams, and John Ross. I mean, you could not have missed more, and 3 wide receivers taken in the top 10. You know, and that's just another reason. Darius Geis, I believe he was a 2nd-round pick. Like, dude, the guy's out of the league. I
mean, look at this one though. DJ Moore took in 24th. Calvin Ridley took in 26th. Cortland Sutherland. And Michael Gallup, to me, is a beast. I like him.
He's very underrated. Very underrated.
I don't know why he's not getting more press. And then the other question that I look at is this: what is more likely to happen? Right? Like, seriously, what is more likely to happen? You to find a good receiver later or a tackle? I'm just happy that the draft is tomorrow, because a lot of this stuff that we're talking about is going to be proven tomorrow. Like, it's going to be some people mad either way it go, but a lot of this stuff that we're talking about can be proven. And the truth is if you go through most of these drafts, there's just a significant drop-off when it comes to these tackles. And it's a lot of miss in between the next top ones. And so I just look at it and I go, whatever they do, I want y'all to be happy with it. This is what I look at. I do want to go over a few other things, so I'm going to clear some of this stuff out because I've just been clicking. Let me take this off. Again, we will be live here tomorrow for the draft, 7:30, correct?
Yes, sir. 7:30, man. Tune in.
All right. Let me just put this out here because I want to get to this next topic because I think it needs to be discussed and I think it needs to happen. What would you say the Lions should take if we still had Matthew Stafford? Like, if we still had Stafford,
offensive tackle, bro. You don't even have to finish what you're saying.
I'm asking.
Dude, it doesn't change it because you need to have a good offensive line. If there was a more dominant defensive tackle in this draft class, or a Nick Bosa type person, whatever, this would be the draft to snag him in because 4 quarterbacks are going before we pick, most likely. So that's the draft you go grab him in. But this year, in particular, the couple tackles that are in the top 10 are phenomenal tackles. So Stafford, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, whoever it is, I'm taking offensive tackle. We're not in the position like the Packers, right, where you can go and invest in something else. We need to build that foundation because those teams that are successful have done that.
Well, yeah, I think if Stafford was still here, I would take the quarterback then. Oh my God, did my son drop? I'm just gonna pray to God that's not what I think it is. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that's not what I think it is. Okay,
it's not, man. It's not.
We're gonna do that. Luke, do 2014. Want to see everyone endure the pain I did earlier. I'm in 2014. I think if we still had Stafford, I'd have went quarterback at that point, because at that point his contract was expiring. We was gonna dump it any damn way. You might as well do it. So let me see. Let's go down to. I want to see the tackle position. Greg Robinson. No. Jake Matthews. Okay. Taylor Lewan at 11. Okay. Jawan James. Oh, wait a minute. Is Jawan Taylor the same person as Jawan James? Damn it, they both was at Miami. I was trying to figure out which one was which. One of them Jawans was good. One was not. I can't remember which one was which.
I feel like it's him. But, I mean, Taylor Lewan is a top tackle in the league. Jake Matthews is a very solid tackle. Kind of battled injuries and stuff. And then Greg Robertson was just a bust. I mean, he was literally on our team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was on our team, and we already got rid of him. It's not guaranteed, but if you look at Jake Matthews, Taylor Lewan, I'll take those guys. Those guys are really good starting offensive tackles in the
league. But he also wanted me to see the 10th pick. So I want to go at the top receiver first, and then we'll go from there. Sammy Watkins took him 4th. Is not the best receiver in this draft.
Mike Evans and Odell are definitely in the top 2 if Odell never got hurt. And then you still have people like Brandon Cooks, who is getting 1,000 yards every single year, and he has concussions galore.
Mike Evans is the only reason Mike Evans is ahead of Jarvis Landry is for a logical range. But Mike Evans, again, 7th pick, but he wasn't a top receiver taken. I still think Devonte Adams, even though he don't have the yards, is better than Mike Evans.
Dude, Devonte Adams is the best receiver in the league right now.
I literally think he's like, if you look at this draft class, I think he's the best receiver taken in this draft class. Like, if
you break it down, yes, early on Devonte Adams wasn't, but he was also behind Jordy and Randall Cobb. Devonte Adams is if you honestly look at this wide receiver class, it's ridiculous. Devonte Adams, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, Jarvis Landry, Odell. I mean, this has to be the best wide receiver class we've seen at least since I've been alive.
Yeah. And I'm praying he didn't break something important either. I heard a slash. Let me go here. So he wants me to see who the 10th pick is. This is what he wants me to look at. And so we go 1.
Hold up. Click the pick right next to the round. Yep, to the right.
Oh yeah. There you go. I thought I clicked that.
Yeah, this was the Ebron one. I knew it. Dude, this is the most depressing thing ever, because if you look at all of the next 10, 12 picks after we took Ebron, every single one of them hit.
And you know the worst part about it? This is a year we needed a D tackle, but the fans didn't want a D tackle because we had just took Nick Fairley, and they talked about Sean Rogers, and we had Sue, and I said, if you're not going to sign Sue, then you better take Aaron Donald, but we didn't, and I'm like, okay, believe it or not. And I know this is gonna sound nuts because the people was like, oh, well, who did you really want? That year that we took Eric Ebron, and I was beyond the words of AKA piss. The person that I wanted in that first round, because I thought he was going to be 100% bona fide motherfucking monster, and I was like, give me this tight end right here. And the only reason I wanted
round 1.
Yeah, the only reason I wanted that tight end, I'm telling you why. The only reason I wanted that tight end was because I was like, he do everything you want him to do, but also I was looking at how they was utilizing our weapons, and I was like, well, we had Calvin, we had a receiving core, we just didn't have no tight end. So I was like, let's get a tight end. We could have took it later, but at that time I was just like, I wasn't as deep diving like I did. Right now. I get fat checks, so I got to make sure when I deep dive into my, I got to make sure I'm on my A game. But at the time, the fan in me, the super fan of me, I wanted this dude bad, Austin Safari Jenkins. And when the Bucks, I was like, hell yeah, I'm still good. Get to see him.
Dude, I'll tell you what,
ate himself out of a home.
I cannot take a tight end in the first round, man. I mean, he was a good. I still think Austin Safari Jenkins was very talented. Just it's not worth the freaking 10th overall pick.
Yeah, but we went Eric Ebron, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, either way, they'd be up the team. So yeah,
I'm just saying they thought how I thought that we needed a tight end, but I'm just saying you went Eric Ebron, so shit. I'm just saying I was thinking it because the person I thought was going to slide to us didn't, which was Anthony Barr. I thought he was going to slide, but he didn't. So I'm just saying.
I'll tell you what, man. It was so funny. I saw something on Twitter, and it was like
the great Brandon Patrick.
Yeah, literally. So I saw something, and they were like, "What's stopping this offense?" And it was like Najee Harris, Chase Claypool, and Deontay Johnson, and Juju Smith. And I was like, Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron is stopping the offense because this guy, no matter where he goes, drops the freaking ball too much.
Well, check this out. Stay with me on this right here. This is how I know 97.1 The Ticket don't like the Lions. They offered this trade and said that they would do this in a heartbeat. They would move from 7 to 29. So you're going to trade with the Saints. The Saints would send you a 2021 second this year.
This is the Ravens.
A first and a third in next year's draft. Oh no, this is the Packers. I'm sorry, this is the Packers. It's the Packers.
I'm thinking of.
But I'm wait a minute, that can't be right. I think.
I could have swore the 29th pick was held by Baltimore.
Yeah, somebody might have wrote this wrong. Let me go.
The 29th pick is Green Bay.
Okay, so they want. Okay, so this they want. They want us to take the Green Bay Packers trade. This is now. Listen, it says Rico Beard, co-host of 97.1 The Ticket, the Mike Valenti Show with Rico Show, explored the idea of the Lions trading all the way down to the 29th spot, which currently held by Green Bay Packers. According to Beard's bold trade proposal, Detroit will secure the 29th pick in this year's draft, an additional 2021 second round pick, an additional first and a third round pick in 2022, and the Packers get the 7th overall pick. It says then it says the Detroit actually it says will Detroit actually consider moving down 22 total spots in a draft that could yield the organization the top offensive lineman or top tight end in the entire draft class. According to Valenti, on the surface, my answer is no, because you are trading down 22 spots. But if we are big picture with this, the idea of, I'm picking 29th is not great. Having 2 in the second round in this year, which gives you 3 in the first the next year, having 3 in the third next year, that's where the big picture is. This is the stupidest damn trade I ever heard of. We're going to move down 22 spots to 29 to pick up a second this year to get a first and a third next year. Why would we do that when we have offers on the board where we can just move down, say, to, I don't know, 15, still get our second, still come out with a second another year and we're getting the same 3 fucking picks?
Look, I was reading along with you and I was like, so basically you're telling me that we're getting multiple seconds and multiple thirds because those first round picks are trash and the Packers are not going to magically get a top 10 pick in a draft in the upcoming years. They're going to be late 20s, if not in the 30s. I don't want that. I do not want that. I would rather have 2 higher first round picks and just be done with that. I don't want late seconds and late firsts and stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
Hold on. Mike Valenti asks, Rico draft value is spot on. This is really interesting. You could come out with 3 first-round grade players every year. You see it, guys. No, I don't see it. You don't like the Lions, and we don't like you. This is a problem. It says trading within the NFC North is unheard of. It's just dumb. It's just, bruh, look at this trade offer. I want y'all to sink this into your head. They are suggesting that the Lions go from 7th to 29th. How in the heck? You know what? I really think that this is a good front office, and I don't believe.
Look, it was one thing if they traded with Washington, moved down to 19. Yes, that's significant, but you're going to yield some good capital. The Packers have not only the worst picks that we could possibly get in terms of each round, but it's the Packers in the NFC North. That it would be the stupidest thing you could possibly do.
Bruh, compare his deal to this one. I mean, listen, let's be honest, y'all. If we gonna do that, we might as well take the goddamn Bears deal. I mean, let's be honest. If you're telling me it's the Packers, that first round pick they give you in next year's draft ain't worth a damn. It's guaranteed to be in the 20s. Again. So what's the point? We'd be better off taking this deal if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, and at least you know the Bears are gonna be trash still. So
you know, the question is, why would the Bears want to move up to 7? Now, I had to go back and find this actual thing on the radio. Their argument is that the Packers want to move up to try to get their shot at Pitts if he's there. So you're going to allow them to add Pitts to this goddamn team that you're going to have to see twice. This shit I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? Right? All these are better than what the hell they suggested. Okay, yeah, I'm just putting it out there. I want to hit on a few more things and then we get the hell up out of here. Right? I want to hit on a few more things and we get the hell up out of here. Let me ask you this question, because this is whoo. How do you think Lions fans should enjoy this draft? Like, how should they really enjoy this? Because I got a real beautiful plan for how we can do this. So how do you think they should, like, if you like a Lion fan, how do you think they should enjoy this draft?
Wait, what do you mean? Meaning that, by the way, just so you know.
Did he come in?
Backstage, yeah.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Cam?
What's going on, everybody? How are we?
Man, listen. we here trying to wrap it up and get it in some fun, but I want to know, how should fans enjoy this draft? Like, for me, I think it's the easy answer. First thing first, come check us out. We're going to be on Real Detroit Lions Fans, talking all things Detroit Lions, right? That's one. Oh, yeah. You're going to get every reaction you need to see. You're going to get high emotion, tears, cursing. You're going to get people yelling. You're going to get at least over, under. I'm going to say, 15 hell no's. If I was you and I'm betting, I'll take the over. It's going to be a whole lot of hell no. What?
If J-Mo's in the chat, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, you're right. Take the over. Take the over, right? But this is how you should enjoy this draft. Do not invest yourself in what they pick. Yeah. First things first, don't invest yourself in what they pick. Invest yourself in what they pick and how it's utilized. If they took something and you're like, well, when are we going to use it? Right? Because, like, to me, like, everybody know that there are certain canned foods that last forever, right? But still, who really wants to eat that shit, right? Like, if you got a chance for filet mignon in the can or real filet mignon, you're going to take the real one. So how are you planning on enjoying this draft? Cam, what do you think? How are you going to enjoy it?
Well, we're gonna be live on my channel. If you guys want to roll through, I definitely want to roll through right after the Lions pick or do whatever they do. I want to hop in with you guys and just like talk 100%. About it.
Shoot me the message.
Gonna be, over there. Yeah. That's gonna be pretty legit. I might enjoy the draft like Izzy's doing. I just finished my last final, so I mean things could get weird quick.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Right. No, but Luke, what you said is like a really, really good point, though. Like, how often, like, do you see the dudes at the draft day stuff, like in New York when they used to have it at wherever they were at, and like Jets fans would just go all in? And who is that? UC Davis? Oh, wait. No, I was going to say the UC Davis quarterback. That's the dude who does the QB room. What's his name?
JT O'Sullivan.
Yeah, JT O'Sullivan. He's the UC Davis cat. But like, you see these guys just go all in on this one pick. Like, this is the dude who's going to bring us back to the promised land. I mean, you gotta be caution. You gotta be very cautionary about it. Also, the Greg Robinson guy. Do you guys remember that dude in college? He was such a stud, and then just could not figure it out in the NFL.
But you know why, though, right?
Why? No, I honestly don't. Like, I don't really remember.
So you gotta look at what year this is. so you gotta look at what year this is. And now when we go over, let me go ahead and take you over here so you can see who's the head coach.
Jeff Fisher.
Ruined this man. Dude. These people don't understand. Then you come back 7-9. Jeff Fisher, right?
4-12.
This guy takes over as interim coach for Jeff freaking Fisher. They went 4-12. Now watch this.
They went McVay.
Sean McVay 11-5. The first in the division. So, from third in the division, it's hard to believe that somebody was worse than them. But from third in the division to first, and it just took a coaching change. And so that's why. I think that's why he really faltered and didn't do good.
Yeah, he was. That's a good point,
Fisher
man.
Was the worst head coach I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally.
I'm not going to say that. I think he had some good years in Tennessee, but I think what happened was he had his hand in too many things. He wasn't just a coach. He was in like players unions and management meetings, and he was he had all you look at a Jeff Fisher resume, he had his hand in every damn thing. He was in the competition committee, everything you could think of, he had his hand in, and that was the problem. He wasn't just a coach. And that's the issue. But Andrew, how are you? How obviously you're gonna be hosting the draft show. We're gonna be getting our draft on. But how should the fans, in your eyes, and what are you planning on doing? Because I plan on trying to see if I can get me some hot wings or something from Buffalo Wild Wings or something. I don't know, and just enjoy it for a second. But how do you think that a fan should enjoy this draft?
Look, man, I mean, get some good food, some drinks. I mean, whatever you like to enjoy yourself, and definitely tune in. I mean, you already know with the likelihood of the NFL draft, they're probably going to go to commercial when it comes to our pick. So you might as well tune in.
Yeah, we don't do it like that.
It's like an annual thing. Literally every year, we have a high pick or something, and they're like, well, we're going to go commercial, and you come back and you're like, who the heck did we pick?
Cam,
what's up?
Cam, let me ask you a question. Andrew, I'm sorry, did I cut you off? I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna make sure
you're good, man. Go for it.
All right. Cam, let me ask you a question. Are you surprised that we are on like day 47 of the Lions fans fighting against the grain on offensive linemen?
No, man. I mean, this is the thing with Lions fans right now is that I think that it's interesting because I think there's a little bit of hope. I think there's a little bit of there's a fire going. There's some gunpowder going behind them because you move on from Patricia, which like we said yesterday, Luke. As soon as that man stepped out of the building, I think everybody in Detroit just looked at each other like, did we just get better as a football team? They're all I feel like we got to win this. So on top of that, you bring in I always forget the GM's name. Brad Holmes.
Yep.
Yeah, bringing Brad Holmes. He's got the resume. Love the Rams are a good football team. McVay, he's got the McVay leadership. Not really the McVay leadership, but he's worked hand in hand with McVay because I don't want to make it sound like he wasn't doing a lot there because I'm sure that he was. So you got Brad Holmes coming in. Then you got Dan Campbell coming in. He's talking about biting people's kneecaps, talking about being gritty. I mean, it's tough to not be fired up right now. So I think Detroit fans are looking at each other like, damn, we got some hope. I want to run through a brick wall after Dan Campbell's first interview. Let's go get a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like you just start going, it's a snowball effect almost where you just get super geeked and it's like, well, we got to pump the brakes. Let's take a look at this football team. Let's see what we need. And I agree, Luke, I agree with you, man. Like I'm thinking about making a video about, who the why the Lions should draft a tackle. I feel like I'm a little bit too late now, but
it just
I'm all about
listen, I'll give you 2 games. I'll give you 3 games. Fuck it, I'll give you 3. Right? Let's go to the team that won the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. Just watch that offensive line. I did a video showing that right side getting his ass handed to him. Go and look at that game. Go watch the game against the Panthers. Yeah. Because we know the Panthers got that amazing defense. Right? Like they were number 1.
Tough one.
Right? Yeah, that was
a tough one.
Then go and watch that team that went 4-12 with a quarterback who had an MVP season. Go watch that game. I'm just saying, just go and look at this. It's evident, right? But it's funny because Buff does says linebacker core and secondary look horrible. But I got people telling me we need a D tackle. I can't make this up.
So I got a question for what do you think? Do you think they're going to go 4-3? They're just going to bring over what New Orleans runs? Like I know that's their DC now, but is that what you think, Luke?
I think it's going to be mostly 4-3. But I hope, and if it's not, then I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed because
I kind of agree with you.
I just feel like if you look at the teams in the 3-4 and the 4-3, excuse me, you can do a whole lot more, in my opinion, with that 4-3. But if we switch to a 3-4, I need 4 dog linebackers. And here go the current roster. I don't see no damn 4 dog linebackers.
Yeah, and I think that you Brocker is I've so not at all trying to brag, but I've stood next to Michael Brockers before. That is the largest human being I have ever seen in my life. That dude is so big, it's not even funny. And he's fast and he's mean. That was a good pickup for Detroit, and they only gave a 7th up for him, which was insane. But I'm looking at this roster right now, and this is one of those sneaky defenses that I think could be decent. I'm not gonna lie. You got Jamie Collins, who we know that he's a freelancer, but if you can harness that dude, he can be a freak athlete. The other guy that I'm looking out on here, Sean Dion Hamilton, is not a bad linebacker. I like that pickup too. Did he get signed this year or was that last year?
Deshaun Hand has been here for a while.
No. Sean Dion Hamilton, my bad.
Oh, this year.
Yeah, I like that kid, man. He's an Alabama cat. He can play. I don't know. This is a defense I don't think could be too bad. I was just wondering because it's obviously it says base 4-3 because that's what New Orleans runs. But interested to see what they end up running. So I was wondering what your guys' opinion was.
I definitely want a 4-3. I feel like our roster is more geared towards that. Yeah. And I just think that unless you have stellar linebacker play, you should be running a 4-3 and kind of utilize that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that to run a 3-4, you need a dog nose tackle. You need a legitimate 2-gapping nose tackle, which does not come around often. Literally, the 2 best 2-gap nose tackle that I've ever seen play is Vince Wilfork. Vince Wilfork legitimately ate up 2 gaps.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a country boy.
Yeah, it is. And when you look at this roster, all right, Michael Brockers is big, but he's not Vince Wilfork. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have that nose tackle, which is what you need for that 3-4. So I think 4-3 is the hot thing too right now. You look at teams in the NFL and the teams that are good on defense have 4 cats that can get after the quarterback, so you don't have to bring any heat and waste any skill guys. So
this concerns me more than anything. I'm not buying the Tracy
secondary.
Walker. Yeah, I'm not buying the Tracy Walker Will Harris connection, or the Tracy Walker and Dean Marlowe connection, or the Tracy Walker and CJ Moore. None of these guys go with Tracy Walker, and nobody's going to convince me that we should go out there with this as our safety group. And so I'm just, safety to me is the number one need for this damn team, and I'm not telling us to take that in the first round.
Right.
And then you go and look at the linebacking core. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, we can't do this. We can't. This guy's he's a special teams guy.
Yeah.
We can't do this. And now you're talking about Jelani Tavai at the middle linebacker. Okay, Collins at the outside. I still look at the linebacker room though. After that, this is a joke, and you don't hear me saying take that 7. I just looked at this part right here. That guy is the right tackle. It's the right guard. Look at that line right now. Look at this: Dacker, Jackson, Ragnar, Vitae. You just need one more piece. Just one more piece.
You tell me you throw in Slater into that. That's not a bunch of bad. I'm trying not to swear, but that's not a bunch of bad dudes at the offensive line that can get after it. That's a sexy offensive line. You throw in Sewell or Slater, those cats can move people. I'll tell you that much. And there's going to be a lot of Detroit fans who are like, Jared Goff's not bad. I told you. And you're like, no, they just picked up some legit offensive linemen.
Now, I like Matt Nelson. I think Matt Nelson did good to be switching over and everything. Obviously, they cut Hunter Bryant today.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed about that.
I mean, why?
I thought he had potential, man. I thought for sure
Is he the Washington kid?
Yep.
Okay.
See, this is what I think they was going to do in the first place. They was always going to keep. Obviously, TJ is going to be the focal point, but this guy's the blocking guy.
Yeah,
he's going to be used as the blocker, and he's a blocking guy. They're not doing this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're not doing this. So you're talking about that person being gone, but even when I look at the receiving core, and I'm thinking, could you add a receiver? Yes, but for the most part, I think you could be okay with this.
So here's a question for you, Luke. Second round rolls around. Who are you targeting safety before receiver?
And
depending on who's on the board, obviously.
Who I take at first? Tell me who we took at first.
You take it like, let's say that they do what you think. They take a tackle first.
Okay.
Right. Day 2 rolls around, and you got to figure there's going to still be some decent receivers on the board. No one in like that top 5 era, but there's going to be some definite. Let me take a look here because I can find some cats. I think names
if we get the tackle first, my first choice at that point now becomes either safety or linebacker.
Yeah,
it's one of those.
Oh,
two.
Okay.
So if they take a linebacker and they come out and they still come out with a legitimate linebacker, I'm good. Tony Fields, I'm good. Jamin Davis, I'm good. Whatever y'all came up with, I'm taking it. I want that to be the way that it goes, either safety or linebacker, because to me, you can wait to the third to get that receiver. We got Kenny Gallagher at the third, but if you're telling me I can get like a Richie Grant, a person who I know can play strong safety and is somewhat like a free safety, I could tires on that. If you telling me Andre Cisco is the guy I really want, because
I was about to say you think he's going to be there in the second or third?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Cisco
did he get hurt and then
he got hurt? Yep.
He's dropping.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot that he got hurt. Receiver wise, I mean, this is I feel like I say this every year. This is a pretty deep class, though. Outside, because like Waddle, Chase, Smith, those are going to be the first 3 cats to go. Not in that order, obviously, but those are going to be the first 3 to go. I don't know, man. Bateman's he's a good football player. Terrace Marshall at LSU is an absolute freak.
I'm calling it now. Bateman will be going to the Packers.
You
think so?
100%. If he's there, they're taking it.
You talking about Bateman?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know if he's gonna be there, but you know what?
if he's there, they're taking him. I'm telling you, man, they want him.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, who would be considered the best tackle in this draft? I mean, obviously, it's
from last year.
Yeah,
I would say Becton. Becton was an absolute savage.
And we took Okuda.
Tristan Wirfs,
bro. That's funny.
We took Okuda. Oh my God!
I do hope that they move, because I like Luke. Once again, stop me if you've heard this before, but I do agree with you, Luke, that if you move Okuda to safety, I think that's going to work wonders for him.
Oh,
and
now
fit more.
you move him to safety. Now you talking about a Pro Bowler. You talking about a general threat. That dude will hit you. That's why I like Elijah Molden, because I'm like, yo, I want the guy who's got something about him that's special. I think Okuda got something about him special. It's just not at corner.
Yeah.
So
Becton, Wirfs, and Jedrick Wills, all three of those cats played well.
But what if we had Becton though? Could you imagine our offensive line with Becton?
Dude, Becton's a savage.
And keep in mind, second round we took.
Remember all these experts last year, all these experts, right, with the air quotes talking about how Mekhi Becton wasn't going to work in the league. You remember how many people were saying that?
Yeah, they were saying it
over the place.
Raw, man. They're like, well, he's just strong and can just overpower people and this and that. I'm like, okay, but he's also a freak of nature. Like, what do you mean? It's
dude. He's just dominating guys, and people. He's like, I think that some people were like, legitimately like, he's too big. He's not going to be able to get out of his way. What are you talking about? Dude's an absolute savage.
Dude, he was mauling out of people.
Good.
He was doing them dirty. I've been on 2 hours, people. Y'all know me. I gotta get off of this thing. Listen, I appreciate y'all coming on. Obviously, we're gonna be doing draft shows. I'm debating if I'm gonna do a show tomorrow night. I might try to do one tomorrow. Y'all think y'all be free to do one tomorrow before we go live on our respective channels?
I'm going live an hour early before the draft. But if you go, like, I'll be keeping an eye out. Just let me know when you're going live and shoot me a text.
I'll probably go live tomorrow about 5:20.
5:20 your time is 3:20. No, 3:20. No, 2:20 my time.
Yeah,
5 whatever. Okay, so yeah. Because what time's the draft?
8
o'clock our time. I mean, Luke, that's a long day, brother. That's like 6 hours straight. You're gonna be streaming that.
No, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go live for like maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then because you figure at that point, then we all get off, take a minute, and get our stuff together, and get ready for the next show.
I'm down to go. I have nothing to do tomorrow, so I will 100% go live.
All right,
dude, it's weird. I got all this free time now. I'm geeked. I also just need to get caught up on my draft stuff. So Luke's the guy to go to for that.
Hey, listen,
yes, sir.
I'm down for it. Cam, please give the people your final thought, man. Make sure you plug your channel, and you do know it is linked in the description.
Yeah. So channel's The Hook Cam. Me and Eric and Mike, we all, we had a sit down chat the other day. We had to have a little heart to heart with everybody. How committed are we? We're bought in, man. We're going every Tuesday at 5:00 Pacific, 8:00 Eastern. We might end up squeezing another show in, but Tuesdays on my channel, you can count on us being live. We might eventually start another YouTube channel, but that could be down the line. But yeah, The Hook Cam's the channel. You guys know my stuff. I'm going to be putting out some more videos now that I'm off of school. So just look forward to that. But once again, man, thanks for having me on last second. Really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. What's your final thoughts for the people, Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, come check in if you guys are just watching the draft by yourself, or even if you're watching with friends, family, whatever. I mean, tune in. I mean, talk with other Lions fans, see what the perspective is out there. And yeah, I mean, link is right there, right? Real Detroit Lions fans. It's also in the description, like you said. Just come, subscribe, have some fun, man. Get all the food and beer ready.
Right. You know me. I like to end every show on a positive note. I enjoy my time with you, gentlemen. It's always fun to talk ball. I enjoy my time with y'all because, believe it or not, y'all don't know this, but every time y'all disagree with me or y'all come up with these ideas and y'all like, we got to do it this way, and we can have the conversation about it.
Hold up. Hey, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Cam, Warren Sapp, or Aaron Donald?
Oh, you really want to go here? You really want to go here?
Just say the name. Don't say anything else. Just pick your guy.
Dog, Warren Sapp was a legend. You can't go wrong with either of those guys. And oh man, just for nostalgia's sake, I'm going to say Warren Sapp.
All right. I can respect that.
Listen, all I'm saying is the original pass rushing D tackle. That's how I'm gonna call it.
Warren Sapp was an absolute savage. So good.
Dude was not human.
No.
Got me up here. Oh, why you want to go there? You're always starting stuff, man.
He was funny as hell, too.
Oh, he's a clown. I love that.
So always starting stuff, man.
I'm gonna watch Warren Sapp highlights now. He's a bad man.
It's our
if you're looking at the screen. if you're looking at the screen, you will see it says real Detroit Lions fans. We will be going live for the draft 7:30 on this channel. It is linked in the description. It is featured on my channel, as is Cam's channel is featured on my channel. You can get into any one of those by simply just going to my channel, go to feature channels and scroll down or up, or whatever it may be, and click it, and you are in there. You hit that subscribe button, and we're gonna be going live talking everything Detroit Lions in that draft in that first round. Now, I can't ever end a show unless I do it on a positive note. Today's positive quote comes from me, and it's simply, what is your map? Yeah, I know this sounds like it's not a quote. It's more of a question, right? Where's your map? But if you just take a second to think about it, everything that somebody do in life has a map. Like, for example, before you was even created, it took a sperm to get to an egg. The sperm had to follow a very, and I do mean a very specific map to get there. And then some things had to happen, right? And then you were created and so forth and so on. And you went from crawling to walking, and we still moving. You see, the funny thing about life is it's always been on a map. We just tend to go away from the directions. Some of y'all haven't even took the time to map out just small achievements. Take the moment to just say, hey, you know what? I can probably get this done in this amount of time if I put some real dedication and discipline to it. Some of y'all spend way too much time mapping out y'all next move on Madden versus y'all next move on financial and generational wealth. Either way, whatever you choose to do with your map, the question is at least find it. Know your direction. Know where you're headed. Understand that those maps have been designed for you from the day you were ever conceived. The problem is just don't toss the map to the side. Sometimes embrace that journey and follow the map. So I ask you again, where is your map? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for today's show. I thank my guests for coming on, every single person who came on. Every person who came in the chat and showed up, I appreciate you. Every person who gave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I appreciate you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research.